Several years ago, there was this crazy phenomena on YouTube called Elsagate, where people were making videos of Elsa from Frozen running around with Spider-Man, getting injections, getting pregnant, and doing weird things with butts and toilets, and it was just all around very, very creepy. There were a lot of people who were concerned that these social media platforms are extremely damaging to children, so new update, that's true. From bounding into comics, study claims almost 2,000 predatory Twitch users systematically targeted over 250,000 children and young teens, basically offering money or demanding that the streamer do certain things, otherwise it would hurt their channel. I saw this story, and it reminded me a bit of Elsagate and the other predatory behavior. The study basically says it's grooming happening on Twitch. It got me thinking about some of the things that I've seen on Instagram. I mean, many of you are probably aware of what we see on Instagram, and also just OnlyFans. I saw this story. You guys know this story. The OnlyFans model who killed her boyfriend. Daily Mail is now reporting that this woman, 26 years old, made $3 million in 2 years from the site. They say she's a flight risk. She made just about $1.5 million per year, and we've seen so many stories of this. Now, I got no problem if consenting adults want to watch pictures on the internet from somebody they posted to their OnlyFans or something like that. The problem is kids are getting this stuff. The problem is it is negatively impacting children. There are predators on these sites. And I don't know how you with the current way things are going, how you protect kids from this kind of stuff. But I think the bigger picture, too, is beyond the grooming on Twitch, which, I'll read in a second, is just, if we go the direction of OnlyFans, I'm not too confident this country is going to do well moving forward. And it's just, what I mean is people who are willing to give money to other people who do nothing. Look, again, you're allowed to do it, but I don't think anyone expected it would come to this scale where you're seeing stories of women who are nurses quitting their job and becoming porn stars, basically, on OnlyFans, and then making hundreds of thousands of dollars. You have stories of women who are police officers, and then they get a bunch of comments online, and they're like, I guess I'll do OnlyFans. And they do. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this just ultimately returns us to that patriarchal society where women are like, why should I do heavy lifting when I can get naked on camera and get paid for it? Now, again, I don't care if you're an adult and you want to buy that stuff, you want to do that stuff, but there's a problem when they start targeting kids. I don't know where this country goes if this is the direction we're going, but here's the story from Bounding into Comics. They say, over the course of a 22-month study, a researcher has claimed that almost 2,000 predatory users on Twitch have targeted over 250,000 children and teens. Bloomberg reported on the findings of a researcher who requested anonymity. They did so fearing potential career repercussions from being associated with such a disturbing topic. Despite specializing in internet harassment and extremism, nonetheless, the outlet cited the research conducted from October 2020 to August 2022, which utilized Twitch profile data, screenshots, and videos. They claim at least 1,976 predatory users had follower lists of at least 70% children or young teens. In turn, these users targeted a collective 279,016 children and teens. Their targets were reportedly asked or dared to perform handstands, dances, expose their chest, or perform outright explicit acts. That's crazy. Some predators reportedly either made their posts look like a donation to give their victims further incentive, or threatened to leave and lower the streamer's already low view count if they didn't perform the requested acts. Chat logs also showed over 5,700 references to other social media platforms, such as Discord, Snapchat, and TikTok, likely to send the child streamer unmoderated private messages. While Bloomberg admits there was potential for some predatory accounts to be children themselves, the behavior exhibited by many members of this group follows typical grooming techniques. Some used these techniques across multiple streams within seconds of one another. And what happens is these young people, probably mostly female, are going to see money, followers. They're going to be convinced to set up their OnlyFans, and then they will. It's an interesting phenomenon, I'll say that. Look, targeting kids, clearly wrong. Adults wanting to make OnlyFans, well, that's up to you. But a society being driven in the direction of pushing people towards OnlyFans? Look, again, I got no beef with OnlyFans, I'll say it. But I don't think we should be encouraging our young people to follow this course of action, because then what does the future hold for us? Quote, hundreds of apparent predator accounts each had more than 1,000 kids on their following lists, Bloomberg reported, while some child streamers were followed by at least 23 or 29 predatory accounts. 673 children a day were discovered by these predatory accounts in July 2020 alone. One offending stream had gathered 290 viewers, with Twitch ceasing the broadcast after 30 minutes. Even so, Bloomberg claimed others go unmoderated. For example, a VOD of an 11-year-old girl was reportedly watched 3,700 times. Now, I'm not going to outright blame Twitch, but, because I'm not going to blame YouTube. Creepy people exist. They're going to do creepy things. We need to moderate them. Clearly, Twitch is trying to. The problem I'm saying is this system is heading in that direction. For some reason, there's a picture of Vosh in this article. They say, while Twitch users must be at least 13 years of age, several examples given by Bloomberg reference users as young as 8. At one time, the researcher noted 1,200 accounts belonging to children. After a Twitch update in March to make it easier to report underage streamers, 41% of those accounts were deleted. Even so, creating alternate accounts to evade bans are reportedly simple matter. Bloomberg further stated, live predation has been a problem on Twitch for years. Wire reported in 2020 that predators could utilize Twitch features to find recently started live streams under the just chatting category to find young streamers with few followers. Twitch removed the recently started section for the just chatting and Roblox category streams, but the feature is still available for others. I think Twitch is overwhelmingly garbage. I'm surprised people use it, to be completely honest. I'm willing to bet that even the leftist streamers, if they remained on YouTube, would probably get more viewership. They're going to say the issue has only grown worse during the COVID-19 pandemic. Along with children and teens reportedly doubling their time on their phones and computers during the pandemic, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children revealed that online child abuse reports raised by 73% from 2019 to 2021. On Twitch, this increased by 1,125%, Bloomberg notes. Further, the anonymous researcher notes Twitch is still growing even after the pandemic, as the number of child and young teen streamers doubled from July 2021 to July 2022. Bloomberg also stated they discovered other videos and predatory accounts beyond those noted in the research, suggesting the problem could be even more widespread than the data portrays. The outlet also notes Twitch's ease of setting up a new account to live stream. Also, much easier for children than other platforms. For example, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok all feature age, contact number, subscriber count, or wait period requirements. And it's actually kind of annoying on YouTube because we'll set up a new channel and they'll say, now you can submit when you first you need a certain number of subs. Then you submit. Then they make you wait 24 hours. Then you can stream. And even that, not the craziest restriction for somebody who wants to start streaming. They're going to mention Bloomberg reported that amid popular users being showcased on Twitch's front page, child streamers could be found among them. Likewise, stream thumbnails feature further aided predators. And in one search result, children made up 5 of the first 15 results. I'm going to go ahead and say, while I don't want to outright blame Twitch, like I was saying, assuming they're trying to stop this, I think politically they like it. They want these children to become deviant, to get messed up in the head. They want them to be groomed. We know it. We've seen it elsewhere. They say. Further, predators followed accounts to take advantage of being told when their target would start a stream. Some kids can receive hundreds of live viewers within a few minutes of going live, far more than what's expected for an account that isn't a featured streamer. Another inhibiting factor is attempting to moderate 2.5 million hours of live daily content as it happens. Twitch utilizes user reports and live moderation, but there's only so much that could offer. The Buffalo shooting in May, for instance, was seen by 22 viewers on Twitch, but halted after 25 minutes. Twitch states that live stream was pulled less than 2 minutes after the violence started. A Twitch spokesperson told Bloomberg via email, preventing child harm is one of our most fundamental responsibilities as a society. We do not allow children under 13 to use Twitch, and preventing our service from being used or harmed. Okay, blah, 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 blah. You get it. You get it. Twitch is a problem. They got a problem. Bounding into Comics shows a whole bunch of other Twitch streamers, including Vosh and Hassan, I guess, but I don't really care about that unless they're doing something untoward. Yo, this OnlyFans model. They say that she made $3 million since 2020. Now, what are the pros and the cons? If you're someone that opposes the patriarchy, I suppose if you're a feminist, you should be mad, right? These are women who are going to leave positions of power because they don't pay that much. I mean, seriously. If you're a woman who is an executive at a company, you might be getting $250 to $500K per year. But if you get naked on camera, you can make $1.8 million a year. Take a look at that. Prosecutors allege that Clenny made just under $1 million in 2020 and a whopping $1.8 million in 2021. You see these stories. I've talked about it. Women who are like, I was a nurse, and then people started commenting on Instagram, so they set up an OnlyFans, and now they're rich. Quit their job. Why do the other job when you can be sexy nurse on OnlyFans and make millions of dollars? What does that mean for their genetic line, for their kids, and for our country moving forward? Suppose there's an argument to be made that if women are leaving the workforce, you may get nothing but men. And so the people who want a restoration of more traditional politics might appreciate that. Well, not so much appreciating that women are getting naked on camera. But also think about what this means in terms of social dynamics. Young girls face social pressures, and they're affected by it more so than young men. I'm not saying young men aren't facing social pressures. They are. But we know that females are more susceptible to depression based on their follower counts, the amount of likes on their photos and videos. So what do you think happens to young girls when they see that OnlyFans is the path forward? If they are more inclined to support each other, what'll happen? I'll put it this way. There's this viral tweet where a woman says, male privilege is being able to wear whatever you want, where if a woman, wore the same dress twice, she'd be made fun of. And then some dude was like, literally, no man cares if you wear the same cute dress twice. You dress that way for other women. And that's the point. Women on social media, they're seeking validation of other women, not guys. Guys look at a woman and they're like, is she attractive? She can wear whatever she wants. The makeup is less relevant. They're doing it to impress other women. If women are making tons of money and getting more followers from porn content, then you're going to start seeing more women do porn. It's the craziest thing. And I get bummed out by it. I think it's bad. I don't think anybody who believes in traditional values or conservatism is going to be happy that women are doing all this internet porn. But I know I've had some people that I've known for a while talk about how they decided to start doing stuff like this. And I'm like, dude, you lose all respect for me. I don't care if there's a woman who chooses to do this and she's really good at it and she makes a lot of money. Again, that's not, no beef. If you are someone who tries to chase after it, thinking it's a path to easy money, you have lost my respect for a variety of reasons. Dude, do what you're good at, work hard. But it's going to get brutal and the competition will get fierce. If this is the path towards fast cash and followerships for women, then that's what they're going to do. Not all of them. Not every single one. I can already hear the Young Turks screaming and scowling, saying Tim Pool thinks women will do porn. They are. Story after story of women quitting their job to go do OnlyFans. It's not sustainable for every single woman. But I guess, I don't know. I can't see what the future is. I have no idea, ultimately, how this turns out for the society, for the United States, for the world. What I can tell you is that while these platforms are basically encouraging this kind of behavior, certain politics are being removed. In this story from Bounding into Comics, they say YouTuber Courtney Michelle reports TikTok censored her video criticizing Black Panther Wakanda Forever as feminist propaganda. Maybe it may be feminist propaganda. I saw the movie. You saw my critique on it. It was funny. I thought it was really racist and made fun of Mexicans, indigenous Central Americans. The movie has a ton of female characters, black female characters, and it passes the Bechdel test. If you're not familiar, that means passing the Bechdel test means there needs to be a scene where two women talk to each other about something other than a man. Yes, it happens quite a bit. Sort of. I mean, it's kind of a dumb test because if like you have a female world leader and she's like, we need to save our country from evil villain. And it's like, evil villain's a man. You know what I mean? It's like, does it pass the test? I guess not. But anyway, TikTok censored this video. So if you're going onto these new social platforms like Twitch or TikTok, and you believe in more traditional values or you oppose the degradation, you're banned. So where does that lead us? Young kids are going to see successful people. They're going to see money made from porn, and they're going to want to do it because that's what makes money. They're going to see videos of these people on Instagram and they're like, look at my mansion. And they're going to say, I want that. How do you get it? Certainly not calling for order and in this country. You'll get banned from TikTok. You'll get silenced on Twitch. But maybe things will change. While all this bad stuff is happening, kids are being groomed. Vox is reporting maybe Trump was right about TikTok. No matter who controls Congress, TikTok's in trouble. They say, here's something you rarely hear a Democratic senator say. Donald Trump was right. Well, that's mostly because they're insane, but sure. But that's what Senator Mark Warner is saying now. And it's all because of TikTok, the popular video app that Trump tried to ban in the waning months of his presidency. As painful as it is for me to say, if Donald Trump was right and we could have taken action then, that'd have been a heck of a lot easier than trying to take action in November of 2022. Warner told Recode. The sooner we bite the bullet, the better. Warner is the chair of the Senate Intelligence Committee, and his problems with TikTok are more than shared by his Republican counterpart, Marco Rubio, who's been sounding the alarm about TikTok since 2019, before Trump even, and he's doing it now. He recently co-authored an op-ed in the Washington Post that called for the app to be banned, and he's planning to introduce a bill that would do just that. TikTok appears to be Congress's next big target. The big tech antitrust bills that once seem, okay, blah, blah, blah. TikTok is stealing your data and it's manipulating our kids. There, I said it. Don't bury the words, Vox. I said the Biden administration hasn't gone as far as its predecessor. But this past September, it issued an executive order that seems very much aimed at the company. Meanwhile, Republican Federal Communications Commissioner Brendan Carr can't stop talking about the dangers he believes TikTok poses, calling for Google and Apple to ban it from their app stores and saying he thinks the government should ban TikTok. Certain parts of the government, including branches of the military, have already banned workers from having TikTok. Let me tell you guys something. Timcast IRL is banned from TikTok, and we don't know why. We're not given any real reasons. Just gone. TikTok supposedly it doesn't work on the strike system. They just remove the content and then you can come back. And their bans are arbitrary, so we have no idea. Just one day, our account was gone. I think we had like 30,000 followers or whatever. Now, I guess you can just keep making new accounts or something like that. And people do post our content there sometimes. But I think the reason for it is that TikTok wants to remove anyone who challenges the woke cult, because the woke cult is destroying, they're burning down this country. That's good for China. In China, TikTok content is wholesome, animals, education, telling people to be strong, develop abilities. TikTok in the U.S. is woke, psychotic nonsense that is ripping this country apart. Right now, they're facing an investigation by the Committee on Foreign Investment in the U.S., an interagency group that reviews foreign investments in the U.S. The TikTok problem, they say that it's a news source, community, blah, blah, blah. I think it's all fake. My opinion on TikTok, I'm not saying I know this for sure. I think it's all fake. I think they fluff up their numbers to convince young people to join the platform, and then they do. Then they use that to manipulate the United States, future generations, and eventually make the U.S. more subservient to China. Yeah, they're stealing our data. But anyway, you get the point. I think it should be removed. If we don't get serious about what's going on social media with grooming, so let me put it this way. Twitch grooming, telling kids to do naughty things for money. OnlyFans as general social pressure, and many people saying that's the path towards success. And then China's interference with apps like TikTok. They are attacking our youth. That's simple. If you want this country to survive and you like it, you need to address that. Otherwise, in 18 years, these people are going to be voting for really, really weird things, or maybe not. Maybe life gets so bad, they're forced to turn things around. Maybe the next generation rejects these things. I don't know. But the influence is there. And if people really want to fit in, namely young people. They're going to do what these social media apps are telling them to do, and they're being groomed on these platforms. So I hope y'all are paying attention to what this means. I can't tell you. I can't tell you the exact future. What I can say is 2 years ago, Donald Trump ran for president. In those 2 years, many people died. Many 16-year-olds are now old enough to vote. You need to understand what that means for the midterms. 6 years ago, a 23-year-old was not voting. Donald Trump ran. They didn't vote. They didn't care. 2020, maybe they did. 2024. You got to understand that each election has a new wave of voters and loses a wave of voters. They are going to manipulate through these platforms young people so that as soon as they're old enough, they're going to start capturing those ballots, capturing those votes. This country is in serious danger if we end up with an OnlyFans generation. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up at 4 p.m. over at youtube.com/Timcast. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all then.